Sports Line Hockey Show, sitting down in the Steelers change room in the Canlan with Coach Mikey Yaschuk. You know, what a great day today. I've been invited out by these guys. This group of guys is awesome. Coach Mike, it's a special day for you. It's your birthday. You're a war vet coming up, and you know what? You're plus a great hockey player at 93. Welcome to the show, Coach.
Thanks very much. I appreciate it.
You know, Coach, all I heard about was great stories about you and coming down. You've been playing hockey for a very long time. Can you give us some of your favorite moments? One of your best moments in hockey, Coach.
Well, some of the best moments is playing junior hockey with St. Boniface back in 42, 43. I won the scoring championship that year. That was a favorite moment. But I enjoyed all my hockey, playing in minor hockey and midget and at that time and juvenile. They were great years. And then after junior, I joined the Navy, and I went away for 3 years on North Atlantic convoy duty. I hadn't skated for about 3 years, so I attempted to make a comeback after I got out of the service. So I played with a senior team, Winnipeg Flyers. We had a great hockey team. Competed for the Allen Cup. We did well, but we didn't win it. After that, I went to Detroit's camp at that time with Gordie Howe, Terry Sawchuk, all that group, and I spent 2 weeks of my training camp. I was one of the final cuts. After that, I played with Saskatoon Quakers in the Western Canada League, which was a pro league. So after that, I had a no-cut contract coming to play in London, in Streatham. The money was very good, almost equivalent to what the NHL was paying at that time, maybe a little bit low. And I had been overseas during the war, so this gave me a chance to go back and see what Europe, looked like, especially in London, that had been devastated during all the bombing raids. So I enjoyed my time there, and we won the championship in Great Britain at that time, and it was good hockey because it was all Canadians that were over there that were playing. Very few British, and I was offered a job to stay in London and be a playing coach, and it was a job on the side. But when I came home, my wife wanted to buy a house because she had been living all over the place. Yeah. So I said, okay, go out and buy a house, which she did. Once she bought the house, she wasn't going anywhere. So I couldn't fill my commitment going back and being playing coach in London.
Right.
So I thought, all right, I got to start, another venue in life, which I did. I went into the work for a company called North Star Oil Company, which eventually was bought out by Shell. And I spent 25 years or more there. But during that time, I coached at the local community club, which is the Falcon Community Club. Had a lot of good hockey players, guys like Teddy Green that played with Boston, and a lot of other players that made it into the minor pros. And I enjoyed bringing up all these kids, So I have no regrets. I had a great career. It was a tough time during the convoy years, making these trips through the U-boat area. We'd take 115, 20 ships at a time from St. John, Newfoundland to Northern Ireland, dropping off supplies at all the British ports to continue the war. And I enjoyed that. I enjoyed to an extent but it's not like like it's a little different than the Army, but at the same time, in the Army you're ground troops wielding a bayonet. In the Navy, you're on convoy, but all it takes is one torpedo, and everybody's gone. Yeah. And I lost a lot of good friends. Sure. They were hockey players at that time. Yeah. So, I'm lucky I got out of that, and I appreciate everything that's gone on in my lifetime. And then playing with the Steelers, I played with the Steelers for a good 25 years. Yep. And I enjoyed the camaraderie, the dressing room, everything like that. Made a lot of good friends. Like I played up to 93 years old, and then I still in good shape, but I decided to pack it in.
Hold on, Coach, 93.
Yeah, 93.
So all the guys out there and girls out there who can't get off the couch and go play some hockey, you're hearing what Coach is saying. 93, 92, still ripping up the rink.
But I've decided to pack it in before I get a serious injury. Yep. I can still walk. So I decided to finally call it quits, and I never expected a gathering like we have today. It was a complete surprise, a shock to see everybody again, and a lot of good friends. And like all I can say is I'm thankful, and it's been great.
It's for everyone out there, today's event was spectacular. They piped Coach in, war vet, piped him up to the rink, brought him around. We did Old Canada, Minute of Silence, Abby McDonald speaking, the Hockey Hall of Fame President Keurig talking, and it was a great day for Coach to be here. And we got a lot of good things going on. Like, it's not going to end here, Coach. We're going to break off, and we'll come back and bring some of the players you skated with and let them talk a little bit on camera.
Okay.
We'll be right back at you.
Okay.
Willie Plouffe here, the Fourth Line Hockey Show down at Canlan Rink. Coach Mike Yaschuk's retirement, 93 years old, war vet, Steelers hockey player. Shout out to my Steeler brothers. It's a great day today. I'm here with Ashley Klemke, the singer at Old Canada with the Jets. Ashley, thank you for coming out. How are you today?
I'm good. Thanks for having me.
You hit some key notes up there, and it was awesome. You singing "Oh Canada," Coach. I saw a tear in his eye.
I like to see that too. I mean, I think it means a lot to a vet. Obviously, never mind just myself, but to a vet, I think it hits home pretty hard.
The boys at Steelers at Fourth Line Hockey Show want to thank you for coming out. Thank you, Ashley. Thank you. Troy Westwood from TSN came down to be the MC for Coach Mike Yaschuk's retirement and birthday party. Troy, we want to thank you. And how's Big Troy today?
Doing well, man. You know what? You guys are first class. That was so cool to have a guy bagpiping in, like piped in and playing the bugle and the birthday song, the national anthem. You guys do it right.
Troy, we love that, and seeing everybody out there and the older guys, it's sure nice to see everyone come up for coaching, especially, getting you come down and spend time with us guys. We loved it. We really appreciate it, Troy.
It was an absolute honor, my friend.
Billy, what a great day for Coach Mike.
Oh, yeah. He's an unbelievable person. I've known him ever since I joined the Steelers, and I knew about him before that, and you couldn't get a better guy. And as to the Steelers, we have a bunch of, well, I can't say it, but they're all pretty good guys, but some are better than others.
And that happens in every squad, right?
Absolutely.
You got your characters like we just said, Archie behind us making fun. We've got characters every.
Oh, the cook.
The cook.
Oh,
the good-looking cook.
Yeah.
He's always, Archie's got the hair that everybody loves.
Every team has to have a good cook.
Yeah, it's so true. And here he is. Archie, come on in and say hi to the camera. Here he goes, Archie. Another one of the Steelers veteran guys hanging out here. Archie, talk to us a little bit. Oh, we got people popping off in the background. Tell us what your fondest moments about Coach.
His retirement, because he was my guy to cover in the front of the net, and he looks like a nice person. Last year, around this time, we were having the same celebration. He knocked out both of my eyes. I put them back in, and I've not been the same player since. You guys have seen that.
Actually, he's better.
Yeah, we do know by the passes. I'm with the big bad Happy Gilmore, and I'm here with, Mitchie McCormick. Mitch, this day is all about Coach. Give us something good about him.
Well, I'm actually really happy he's retiring this year because last year we had a bit of a bet on for scoring, and he really took the scoring title away from me. He was sort of, we were playing like $5 a goal, and at the end of the year he was about 2 goals up on me, so it cost me about $10 there. So this year I got $10 to buy a Pepsi, and as you know, if you're late or something around, the commish puts fines. So I like.
And there's the commissioner.
Yeah, and as a matter of fact, and you should know something, Willie, is that you were late for hockey. You were also on. Said you were going to show up on a Thursday. Did not show up. This is going to be documented, and now the commission has documented proof that you weren't there. So that's a $50 fine. So you're really up there, buddy.
Well, you know what, Happy? I don't. You know, Mitch, we're on Team White. I'm allowed to play on Team White, and Mitch sometimes talks up his ass. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I don't know what he's talking about because I've been the leading scorer of the Steelers for 4 years running. So I'm really not sure we were talking about this leading scorer thing because it says right on my stall, leading scorer. Somebody made that. I'm not sure who it was, but
Well, that was last year.
might have been me.
And you see, taking away all coach's thunder, it's all about themselves, these guys.
Absolutely.
This show is about coach. And we're going to go back, we're going to peel off these two nice guys.
Well,
and
I just got to tell you one
okay,
thing.
all right, get going. Go get him.
Coach, when I first came here, Coach actually took me under his wing and he gave me the best advice anyone ever could. He said, Mike, always be on time.
Oh, there we go. A little bit plug on time coming right at you. There you go. Mitchie, finish up with something good, you kid.
Well, all I'm going to say is that a coach is a true gentleman. He has always been the ambassador of hockey, and he's a guy that'll sit down and tell you it's not just a game. He lives it. He battled cancer. He's battled a lot of things in his life. He's been a great, ambassador to the game, and that we all look up to. I mean, I've never had a bad game, but there's guys on the team that have had bad games. They've been able to go to Coach, and Coach will sit down, and he'll give them some advice, and they'll be there for the next game. So, you know what, Willie, I really encourage you to talk to Coach before he leaves today, because today, you need a little help there, buddy. I'm telling you right now. Stick, I know.
I know things are going on, and Coach sat by me, but he gave me his wallet and said, Willie, I'll pay all fines for you. Love, Coach. Coach Mikey's night with Big Bang. You've been ripping up and down the wings and having some fun. Talk to us, buddy. What do you got for Coach?
Well, Coach was a real mentor for me when I first came in the room because I really struggled on the wing. I didn't know which was left or right. And Mitch McCormick went to Coach and said, Coach, you got to help Gunner. He's really struggling on the wing. So do something, get him straightened out. So Coach said, okay, Barry, we're going to take some tape. We're going to put an L on the left hand and an R on the right hand. And when you're playing right wing, you look at your right hand and you stay on the boards on the right side. And it worked for me. Coach was great.
Barry, that is such a great story because when Mitch played in the Western Hockey League, they had to do that with his skates. He didn't know either the left skate or the right skate to put on. Now, here's one of the big bad D on Team Black. Give us something.
Oh, boy. Coach. He didn't want to call me a pylon, but he suggested maybe I retire. So I may follow Coach's steps. But, hey, what the hell. But, hey, saying that, getting slack from the boys over there in the white team, I think you should join the dark side. And I'll tell you, Coach will take you under his wing, man. That's why they call him the Coach.
That's why they call him the Coach. Go ahead. Coach always giving some loving to everybody. We've been going around change room, talking to a lot of hockey players. We've been playing with a coach. I got Joey Tomatoes. I got the commish with me. Once again, it's Coach's night, having some fun. Coach Mike Yaschuk, Hall of Famer, MVP of everybody, toughest guy, war vet. He's the guy. Commish, give us something good about him.
I've been playing hockey with Mikey for at least 22 years. I was a kid when I started playing with these guys, and he was always pretty slow. But I'll tell you, he always had the hands of gold. He was an old man when I started, but but if you put the puck on his stick, it was in the net or it was on someone's tape. And I was a centerman forever, or his winger. Set the guy up, and I would give him shit all the time because he'd miss the net or he'd up a pass or whatever. But
we'll have to bleep that out, but that's okay. We are a channel, but we are all good to go.
Okay, I apologize for that. But Outstanding guy. We did a little thing at the MTS Center for his, I can't remember what birthday it was, and it was something else. He was really touched by the outpouring and the support we've shown him over the years, and it goes both ways. We really appreciate Mike and everything he brings to this room as well.
You know what? And I talked to him earlier, and he mentioned the camaraderie. Tomatoes, Joey, you got to speak some good words also on Coach.
Oh, he's an amazing guy. I've been here, I think, about 10 years now with the team, and seeing Mikey in the room tying up his skates when we come into the room, it's kind of invigorating for me as a young guy, seeing somebody that his age still playing, still tying up his own skates, coming out on the ice. Not now. Now we have to tie up his skates, but up until last year, he tied up his own skates, and seeing that is pretty emotional as a young guy. It's good.
93 years old, and I said earlier on the camera, if you can't get off the couch, you can't get out of bed and go play some hockey, just look at Coach. Come on.
He's an inspiration. Definitely an inspiration. And it's like you said, guys got dings and bings, and they're, we better stay at home. And you look at a guy like this, and it's like, I hope I'm alive. Never mind playing hockey.
So true. Garth McComb from the Winnipeg Police, retired WPS member, came out and bagpiped for Coach to go on the ice. Garth, it's a pleasure having you out here. Give us something, about yourself.
Well, Wilf, I've been playing the pipes for a long time now, and I'm very pleased to be here to help you guys out with your longtime coach. I understand he's 92 now, 92 years. That's fabulous. So,
if you talk about gentlemen, there's nobody better than Coach. Also, my dad was my hero growing up, and when he passed, that's sort of when I met Coach. And Coach is my inspiration. If I'm sore, I look across in the past, and there's a guy 90 years old putting his skates on, going out for a skate, walking up the stairs. He's an absolute inspiration, and I love the man dearly. So,
you're trying to get a number 10 on the humble meter?
That's what
you never spoke about Coach like that before. You go, jeez, now I got to go tie his skates again.
I did tie his skates.
You tied his skates for 2 years?
I did tie his skates because I love the man.
I don't think that's all that went on over there.
Well, I gotta go. Listen, I have to get out of here now because I'm gonna start crying.
That's awesome. Good job, Dale. We're gonna keep on cruising this way. Great job, big guy. Come back. And we got another wily vet here who has hacked me a couple of times and got all over me. Oh, we can't spill that. Give us some good about the coach we got, playing here.
I think one of the best coach stories I got was when Coach didn't show up for hockey for a couple of weeks because he had hurt his shoulder. I think he was only 92 at the time. But he'd been up on his roof cleaning out the vents because they got frosted up, and he rolled off the roof into a snowbank, and he kind of threw his shoulder out, so he had to miss a couple of weeks.
Hey, we're in Austria, Zellamsee, Austria. We're playing against these Austrian guys. The referees couldn't speak English, apparently. The other team didn't speak English, but they all invited us to host us upstairs after the game. We went upstairs after the game. These guys are juice. Mikey's roasting and toasting with the boys, and they got into the Master Schlicker Award. In the Master Schlicker Award, Mikey got out with his tongue. He could lick his eyebrows. And he put all these ostriches to shame, man. He could lick his eyebrows. Not only could he lick it, it was about this thick. It was a huge monster.
That is one of the top stories. Coach, any comment to the Austrian story?
In Austria, is that?
Oh, yeah.
You're licking your eyebrows with your tongue.
Yeah, with the mayor.
The mayor.
The mayor.
No, that was in Zellamsee.
Oh, yeah.
No, we're in Zellamsee. That was in Coors, Laxheim Belbella. Remember?
I forget all the names of the places.
Laxheim Belbella.
Is that right?
Lazy, crazy, hazy, daisy. Remember?
You got a better memory than me.
You're always again having fun with the boys, and it's all about Coach tonight.
We went into a bar at the French Club Med, you and Lazy, Crazy, Hazy, Daisy, at midnight when they started singing.
Can we tell that story?
The French people wouldn't pay any attention to us at all. He comes in with the mayor, with the Canadian flag. The Saints go marching in. All of a sudden,
that's right.
We're heroes. We're all heroes. We're all Canadian heroes.
That's what we love.
Hey, and this guy is like, singing the song, leading the march, right there.
There you go. Once again, having another great story about the coach. Can you share a story about Coach Ab?
Well, I've been watching the coach for a long time. Coming down here with the Steelers has always been fun. We've been doing it for a long time. I asked Danny here next, and I said, "You're one of the older guys here in years of service," because he's not that old, but. He said, "Yeah." He said, "I've been here since 1971." So, and I've been coming here and playing against the Steelers almost that long. But it's always fun to get over here and guys with the coach and whatnot, and he just loves to get out, and he's just a great guy, a great individual, and it's.
Ab, you see from the camaraderie of the players coming out, and today what the team did, and it's touching. It's nice to see that, and you've been part of all that. It's awesome.
This has been just a fabulous night, and the coaches loved it, and it better deserved. It is so well, and everybody has enjoyed it so much. We just, I myself say, man, what an individual. He's been a great community person, hockey player for so many years. We need more like him, and it's not all that easy to get guys like Mike around, but I'll tell you, we've appreciated him.
That's, that's coming from Ab McDonald, and those are top words. Danny, you had to partake in this. You got the sign made, like the banner and all that. You were working hard for the coach.
Yes, coach deserves something like that. The banner turned out really well, acknowledging all his accomplishments in life, and he's such a special man to have down here. I have to tell a quick story. He played hockey against my dad, and my dad was 10 years older than he was, and pushed my dad into the boards. This goes back many years ago. My dad was a pretty tough guy, and just said, "Sonny, just stay away from me or you'll be in trouble," and that was it. So he always tells me about that story, and that's like 80 years ago probably. Yeah.
And that's what it's about, sharing the information, the stories of the guys, and having fun. You know what, we're going to come right back. Oh, wait a second, we got the big bad Perry Miller person here.
Yes, sir.
Oh, here we go.
Okay.
Person's going to take over.
Okay, we're going to talk over live with the first ever Jets captain, Abby McDonald. And Abby, what do you really think of the Jets this year?
Well, they've been improving every year, and I'm really pleased that we've got some of the young talent playing for us. We will develop them here. You've got to let them play in the big top, so that they're able to find out what it's all about. Because if you don't play in the big top, you're never going to learn anything about what it's going to be like. Sometimes you've got to spend a little time down in the minors, but I think they're doing well. I love to watch some of those kids that handle the puck so well. Ehlers is just,
it reminds you a lot of me, eh?
Yes, I saw them cutting that birthday cake today, and the coach was he was going and weaving in and out. Yeah, and I said, he cuts that cake just like Percy's cakes.
You said you weren't going to say that.
No.
Okay, well, thanks for that anyhow, but you told me you weren't going to tell anybody that. What do you think and a couple of the spikes heavy. What do you think a couple weeks ago you had Chicago in here?
Well,
you're next Chicago.
They always
big time Hawk.
They always say, Winnipeg's got the team back. This is even 4 years ago when I was down in Chicago, and Pierre Plouffe says, "Now who are you going to cheer for?" And I said, "Pierre," I said, "I'm a Winnipegger firstly."
Yeah.
And played for the Winnipeg Jets.
Yeah.
And I said, "That's who I cheer for at home."
Okay, so you're a Jet fan.
Well, I'm a Jets fan. I'm also a Chicago fan, no doubt about it, and I, rightfully so.
Yeah.
And I go down there,
Yeah.
but I'm a Winnipeg Jet.
Good. That's good. I am too. So
we're one of the veteran alumni players from Steelers, and one of the head guys, been around for a long time. It's been a good skate today, having fun with Coach Shane.
Absolutely. It's always good to have fun with the coach when he comes out. What can I say? Everybody else has said everything. He's just somebody that gives us inspiration to keep on putting on the blades and stepping out onto the ice.
And I want you to give a shout out to, I know your family, Bridget and Betsy, your grandkids. Give a shout out to all the grandkids over there.
Oh, absolutely. To Rylan and Kyle and Nolan, you guys keep aspiring to be Winnipeg Steelers. You're going to make it one day. I know it.
Lenny, it's been fun playing, and you play with Coach, right?
Yeah. Oh, it was great. Yeah.
Can you share a story with Coach?
On the ice?
Yeah.
Well, what is he, 90 years old? Just even in the last 10 years, he'd be out there. He's not the fastest guy out there, but he can still, you could throw a pass as hard as you want. He'd pick it up, look either way, and he'd pass it off, and it was great. He would have no problems out there, and always had a good time.
And it's an inspiration of a person. Like the stories I'm hearing is like, the guy's a stud.
Oh yeah, excellent.
Lobes, what do you got to say about the coach?
Well, the coach is fantastic. Just having a guy out there over 90 years old, what can you say? Gives us young fellas that are in our late 50s, maybe some of us in our early 60s. And maybe 40s to keep playing until you're 90 something.
That's and that was small when Tomato was talking to us, and we always said he has a face for radio. That's why he's over there. The nickname Batman and hanging out, and you being with all these guys, it's a fun time, a special day today.
Oh yeah, I love it. Great group of guys, and I never played hockey as a kid, so I started later in life, and really struggled to keep up with the play. But they helped me along, and I hope I'm a little better than I used to be now.
You're cruising out there, and you have hacked me a couple times, so it's all right. And you've been part, and this whole thing has been pretty good for the coach.
Oh yeah, it's great. Coach is a fantastic guy, and I had lucky enough that I got some time to play with him a couple of years back when he was still coming out. So yeah, it's been really great.
It's Coach's Day. What a great day.
It was spectacular to have Abby come out and say a few words for Coach. I've been with the Steelers for 20 years, and Coach has been a rock for 20 plus years. It's been phenomenal. What a great evening.
The stories that I'm hearing, not just about hockey, but a person.
About who? Sorry?
Abby, I mean, about the coach, not just the hockey stories, about his personality and how he's a mentor to a lot of the guys.
He is a true gentleman. He's a star in everybody's heart. It has been, it's just an honor just to know him.
That's coming right at you. Like all the stories, we're going to cue out right now, and it's been a great time down in the Steelers change room hanging out with the boys.